Next, you're going to take your skirt. Again, you're going to notice that it's clearly marked front and back, but you'll also be able to tell because the front skirt will be shorter than the back skirt. So what you're going to do is you're going to slip this on. And to find the placement of the skirt, what you want to do is feel for the hip bone. And if someone has a shorter torso, you might want to place it slightly below the hip bone, whereas if they have a longer torso, you might want to put it right at the hip bone. So what I'm going to do is and again, this helps if you have a mirror to look into, but I'm going to look at it and sort of pick a spot that I like. I'm going to say I like it right here. So I'm going to take this skirt and make sure that the side seam of the garment, the side seam of the skirt are lined up. I'm going to take a safety pin and I'm going to pin it right through. Next, I'm going to take my tape measure and I'm going to go from the armpit to here, pressing the tape measure into the body. And I can see it's about 10.5 inches. So now what I want to do, come over to this side, go into the armpit, and go 10.5 inches down, which is about right here. So I'm going to take this side of the skirt, put it right there, and I'm going to pin this. Again, making sure the side seam of the skirt and the side seam of the garment match up. All right, so now we want to look at this front line. You're going to notice on this mannequin it's very flat, but everyone has a little bit of a natural curve to their stomach. You want to make sure that this line falls right at that curve and not under it, or it sort of creates a little basket for your stomach. Whereas if you put it right at the curve of the stomach, it creates a really clean line. So I like it about right there. So what I'm going to do is take a safety pin, and I'm going to pin this right in the center. Then I'm also going to take 2 more, even maybe 4 more, and continue pinning this skirt. I would use 2 more pins, but for right now I'm just going to use 1. I would pin it right here, making it as even as you can get it, but again, don't worry if it's slightly off. We can fix the difference. And put 1 more right here. So now we have where we like the front skirt. So I'm going to turn it to the back. And the back skirt should pretty much line up to where the front skirt is, but you want to make sure that it's high enough that it's covering your behind. Also, you might notice there's a little extra. So what you're going to do is pull it out, fold it over, and pin it as how high you want. We'll take this excess out back at the studio. So I'm going to take a pin, I'm going to go right here and pin that out. Then again, I'm going to take pins and pin it here and pin it here. Like we said earlier, don't be afraid to use the safety pins because the more you put in, the securely you put it, the easier it is for us to see what you'd like done. So I'm going to put 1 more in right here. Now to make sure that we are clearly seeing that line, again I want you to take your fabric pen. You're going to draw on the bodysuit right above the skirt, going all the way around. Or if you have dark fabric, the chalk. You're going to go all the way around, including the front, marking where you'd like this to sit. We're going to continue all the way around the bodysuit on the hips, as well as doing both sides, coming all the way around. So as you can see, now we have a complete circle around the bodysuit. Again, drawing on the bodysuit, not on the skirt. So now we want to figure out how long we want the skirt. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to fold it under to the length that you want. And you're going to put a pin in the front once you decide how long you would like this to be. Then you're going to come to the sides, and you want the sides to be shorter than the front so that it has sort of a slope down. So you're going to figure out how long you want it on the side. You're going to take another pin and pin it here. Next, you're going to sort of pull this and see where it naturally folds. And you're going to put several more pins along this side. I'm going to use this one here. Again, pulling it, see where it ends. I'm going to use another pin. Then I'm going to use one more over here. So then, to match the other side, again, we're going to take the tape measure, and I'm going to measure from the top of the skirt to the bottom, however long that was. This is about 10 inches, a little bit less than 10 inches. So I'm going to go to this side, and I'm going to figure out where 10 inches is, which is about right here. So then I'm going to mark that. And then again, I'm going to fold that under, and I'm going to put safety pin. And then doing the same thing where I pull this, and then I would take safety pins and again put them all through here so that these match. So now we're going to go to the back. And we want the back to be a little bit longer than the front. You want to make sure, especially if you're a skater, you stand slightly bent forward. So you want to make sure you don't shorten the back too much, and want to make sure that when you bend over that it still covers your behind. So you're going to again fold it under for as far as you'd want. Take a safety pin. Then you already have the sides marked, so again, you go like this, and you start pinning along here. And keep on stretching it to see where it naturally folds. Grab it, take another pin, and stick it through. And I'll use one more. Grab it, take another pin, stick it through. And then you'll go to the other side and do the exact same thing. Pull it, see where it naturally folds, and pin it through, and then just look to make sure that they look pretty even.